Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So here I am with a new study vlog, and here I am preparing for my pre-board 3, and finally my boards preparation will be also done by the end of this January month, and then I'll give the entire month of February for solving sample papers. Let's hope for completing the entire syllabus by this month. I actually have completed the entire syllabus, but what's the case is in pre-board 1 and 2 I have left certain chapters. Like in maths I have left surface areas and volumes, and in social I have done only half of the globalization of the Indian economy. So in that way there are still few chapters in every subject left to be done, so I'll complete that, and in this January month the entire revision will be done. So yeah, that's the case. Here I'm doing the revision of control and coordination, and as fast as possible I'm listening to all the one-shot lectures of every chapter and making a quick and simple notes. And how many of you have completed your syllabus and also started solving sample papers? Do mention that in the comment section below so that it will motivate others to finish off their syllabus also very quick. Map it, mnemonic it, timeline it, record it, post it. Oh, what just happened to me? Hey, don't worry, these are just the learning or revision techniques which I follow in my revision schedule. So the first thing, map it. Just create a mind map of the key points, or if you find the paragraph to be huge, you will find it difficult to learn. So better create the mind map so that you will quickly revise that. Next one, mnemonic it. Create a mnemonic for the words or terms which you find it difficult to remember. Suppose in biology we have the phytohormones and we find it difficult to recall the terms. So I have a mnemonic for that. A cage. A is auxin, C is cytokinin, A abscisic acid, G gibberellin, and E for ethylene. So these words can be remembered with this simple mnemonic. And the next is timeline it. This is very useful for social to remember the historical dates and places. So place key points along a line in date-wise order. Especially in history, nationalism in India and the rise of nationalism in Europe, this will really help us a lot. Next is record it. So if you travel a long journey for your school, then you can record that notes in your mobile and can listen to it while going to school. Next is post it. So you have to write maths formulas or physics formulas on a sticky note and place it around your room. Not entire room, but the place where you study, in front of your study table, because that will really help you in recalling those formulas every morning. Guys, don't always study. Okay, if it's board exams time, it doesn't mean that you have to sit on your study chair 24 hours. You have to take reward, and that reward you can have a big chocolate, dessert, anything. So my dad bought Kit Kat. I wanted to record a video, and my brother is snatching the chocolate from my hands, especially while I'm recording it. So fighting for the Kit Kat, we became cat and rat. So what should I say? Anyway, siblings are just that kind of people, so we can't just say them anything. They are the younger ones and we elders should bear it. So in science subject, in all the three parts, physics, chemistry and biology, we mostly lose marks in biodiagrams. Practice every diagram well. Later, in physics, solve as many numericals as possible. Recall all the formulas every morning. And in chemistry, especially the structures in the carbon and its compounds. See, carbon and its compounds, if you revise it 2 times, it will be done. You will be a pro in that chapter. And in chemistry, the equations, the reactions should be balanced only. If you don't balance it, my mom said that they won't give 1 mark also. So make sure to write balanced chemical equations. Practice them, write them in a sheet at least 5 or 6 times, so you will remember them. And later, as I got bored in science subject, I switched it to my second language, and that's Hindi. And I literally face difficulty in spelling mistakes, obviously. Like I literally make silly mistakes in spellings, but not too many, but not too less. It is a kind of average. As my mother tongue is Telugu, I need to practice spellings a lot, so I decided to improve it in my Sankranti holidays, and I'll surely do that. And practice as many writing skill questions as possible. Do the previous year questions, especially Patra format should be clear. Anuched Lekhan mein spelling mistakes mat karna. Anuched Lekhan, make sure that your concept is well written and focus on the first 5 to 6 lines, because your examiner will be impressed with those lines. So your heading should be well, your topic should be good, and yeah, that's it. So here is a best revision strategy which will let yourself know that have you done your revision well or not. So before revision, you make sure to ask these questions to yourself. How much time do I have? Do I have enough time for revising the entire subject? Later on, how can I spread out my revision? Like, how can I break down my revision schedule into chunks? Can I vary the subject I revise in one day? Can I mix up the type of questions within a subject? Have I removed potential distractions? Especially better, you remove all the distracting apps which you feel distracting. What questions can I answer before I start revising? So these questions before revision. And during revision, have I done any past papers? So if you haven't, then do the previous year questions because they will help you a lot. Who can quiz me on this topic? If there is no one who can quiz you on this topic, then you will have a lot of self-assessment questions in Google, so you can go through them. Why is this true? And have I read my revision notes out aloud? And this is one of the best steps. Don't read the revision notes for yourself inside, because that will not make you remember the concept you have learned. Always try to read it aloud because that will be stored in your permanent memory. Next, after revision, answer these 3 questions. Who can I teach this to? Don't teach your siblings or your parents because that will irritate them. Teach to yourself. You can stand in front of mirror and teach yourself. Do I have a good bedtime routine? And in this kind of revision schedule, study schedule, don't disturb your sleeping schedule because 8 hours ka sleep is very important for a human body. Am I getting plenty of sleep? That's the thing. So these are some of the best revision strategies which will help you realize that you have done your revision very well. All the techniques that I shared with you guys now were shared to me also by my elders and seniors. These techniques might be helpful for you, and that's the main reason why I have shared with you guys. Now I'll be answering few questions of my subscribers, so let's do that. Please make a video on which book you used in class 10th NCERT for reference purposes. So for science, this is the most common reference book, S. Chand, for all the 3 parts, bio, physics and chem. For social, I used the Saraswati, and in maths, I used obviously R.D. Sharma, which helped me a lot. And yeah, these 3 subjects, I used the reference book. Other subjects, NCERT was enough. And I actually uploaded a YouTube show 2 or 3 months back, like how to study a social science subject. In that video, many of you were commenting, like you highlighted the entire book. एक काम कर दो, paint bucket लेके book पे ही डाल दो. Yeah guys, I literally understand that I highlighted the whole page of the book, but the thing is that in every page of NCERT you will literally find a lot of important points. We can extract at least 10 to 15 questions from that page, so that's why I highlighted all the important points. But after you guys said, I literally realized that instead of highlighting, we can just make the notes for that, and I do make that. But actually if I don't highlight, no, I feel that book to be boring and I don't feel to study. So that is why I buy a lot of highlighters, and my entire home is just everywhere highlighters, highlighters, highlighters. My mom even scolds me that you buy highlighter, you use it and you throw away in the house. So that's why, that's just a habit of me. I can't ignore it, so I just did that. And the most frequently asked question is which YouTube channel you study from. So the best YouTube channel I would suggest is Physics Wala, and every chapter from every subject I learned it through that. And for one shot also I'm following the same YouTube channel. For guidance, for some notes, I follow Shobit Tirwad, and even I don't have enough time for reading the NCERT social science NCERT, so he has just released SST booklet, so I even follow that. So for science activities also, he had made that activity in a short and simple way for us to learn, so I really appreciate that. And here I'm solving the MCQs from the reference book which I just said. So this is very helpful. This reference book has lot of questions, so I suggest that you have to buy this. And I'm not advertising any YouTube channel here. Every channel has its own importance, because I study social science from Byju's sometimes, from Learn with Madhu channel, and I've been following Learn with Madhu channel since past few days, and I found it very, very, very helpful. Her one-shot videos, she is covering the entire chapter in just 15 to 30 minutes, and I really appreciate that because it is helping students to cover the entire chapter in just a little time. And sometimes I study from Magnet Brains, and Digraj sir, he's just amazing. My entire ninth class went with him, and 10th also, but his videos are a little bit lengthy. But as I'm not having enough time, I'm not referring to his videos, but if I have time, I will surely do that. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. I'll meet you all with another new video very very soon. Till then,